met.
Hi, Allison. So
Hi.
he's from Maine.
No, that's where he was stationed in the
Oh, he's
Navy.
stationed up in Maine. I was going,
He
wait.
was from here.
Okay, all right, okay, all right. That makes sense. Gotcha. All right. Mhm.
I hate when I cut too much string and have
I
to.
guess I should move my camera over. My camera's out in no man's land, pointing to I don't know what road. Well, good morning, Allison and Arlene, and you can see that I have the pleasure of having Aunt Beck's Creations here with me this morning, and that's always wonderful to be with the Aunt Beck's and her sewing and knitting and crocheting and bookmaking as she is. I'm going to be sewing together my sewing journal, and the struggle is real when you put one of these things together.
Uh,
It's a battle. I've done it several times, and you keep on. I've watched I don't know how many videos, and I made one more. Okay, Carol, you can sit in the quiet corner, but thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Hi, Arlene again. And I didn't think it was fat enough, so I made another signature, and now I think it's too fat. So we'll find out. But before we do that, I'm going to do my weekly reading. I found a couple of really good, well, I say this every week. I found a couple of really good ones, but they're to me they're always good. So, but let me just wait for a couple more people to come in, and then we can start and see how this is going to go. I'm gonna when we get through this book, I will go and get the first book that he wrote. Um, I'm sure I can pick up a used copy of it somewhere without a
oh
problem.
yeah.
While we're waiting, I don't buy a lot of stuff, or if I do, I don't show it a lot. Because I don't buy a lot of stuff. So, but I did buy this recently, and I'll do a quick show and tell. This is an older, and maybe many of you have already seen this. This is an older Timmy paper pack.
Oh, I recognize that from when I worked at Michael's. I
No,
stopped.
it's old, yeah, but I had never seen it before, and I
Yeah.
don't. And it's a big one. It's 36 pages
Mm-hmm.
and double sided. And one side has got the image, and the other side's got like a print. But it's pretty.
Yeah.
Well, you're familiar with. It's called Wallflower, and it's got some really pretty
Oh yeah.
pictures. And everyone's doing nature things. And hi, Janet. And hi, Allison, Dixie. So it's got a lot of nature stuff with the eggs and pretty flowers. So I think I'm going to have some fun with this and the old stitching. Nice prints on the back. Birds you can cut out. I love his stuff because I'm kind of like a muted color type of thing, and this is what appeals to me. I think I have that stamp, the butterfly stamp.
It looks like one you've used.
Yeah, and the big numbers, bird cages. Yeah, and I love the weight. It's always a good weight. This paper is because I bought some paper pads where the paper has been like copy paper.
Oh yeah.
It's not real. And then you got all these little square things. I guess you could cut those out and make those into little
Little embellishments.
specimen cards, right? Make them.
Yeah.
So, and then that's right. Then you have they do the 4x4s. They tell you that in the beginning that they have the squares. They tell you how many squares they are, and then you got the 4x4s, and then I think you get the like ATC size. Yeah. So that's a quick perusal of that. And it was I got it on Amazon, and it was only $16. I thought that was a good price.
Yeah.
I know it's an older pad, but I mean, this stuff is timeless. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Paper is paper.
Paper's paper. Yeah. Good morning, Nashua. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. Well, let's do a little Robert this morning. Again, there were several that I wanted to read. This one's a little long, but they're not really any of them long. And it's interesting. There's no title to them, but this is, I'll read it. That's the best thing I can do is just read it. Tally ha, the fox. No, not tally ho. Tally ha, ha, as in to laugh. This perversion of the traditional incitement of the hounds is the rallying cry of the Hunt Saboteurs Association of England. The HSA is a troop of commoners who have taken an uncommon interest in the ancient aristocratic sport of fox hunting. Janet, you don't fox hunt, do you? I don't want to offend you. I didn't take you to be a fox hunter, Janet. So we'll see. Let us review. Hunting the fox involves gathering some upper crust sorts who wear funny clothes and sit in skinny saddles mounted on rangy horses. At the urging of a master of the hunt, who is dressed in a red sports coat and who blows a brass horn, they all race about the countryside over fences and hedges and moor and hill and dale and field, all following after a whole lot of dogs who are in turn chasing what they hope is a fox. If it is a fox, the dogs catch it, they tear it to pieces. All the horsey riders think of this as great fun, as do the dogs, I suppose. What the horses and foxes think, I can only imagine. To belong to a hunt club is to belong in a big way. The royals are often right in the middle of all of this, with a princess or a duke or two considered essential to the status of the hunt. The newcomers to this jolly scene are the adherents of the Hunt Saboteur Association, more than 2,000 enthusiasts dedicated to spoiling the fun. They are on the side of the fox and against human cruelty to wild animals. They describe fox hunting as the unbearable in pursuit of the uneatable. Their goal is to bring chaos and embarrassment to fox hunting and to help a lot of foxes live happily ever after in one piece. To accomplish this, the saboteurs are just slightly less organized than the Israeli Secret Service. No matter how discreet the hunt organizers try to be, the saboteurs always seem to know their plans. Whenever a hunt is scheduled, the saboteurs go into action. Here are just some of their tactics and activities. Often they send out false or conflicting notices of hunt meetings for gatherings of riders at the wrong place on the wrong day. Partisans hide in the woods and blow false horn signals to confuse riders, and sometimes they even mount up disguised as riders and rush about in the wrong direction. On days before a hunt, some of the saboteurs range the fields and woods for miles around, spraying artificial fox scent on the trees and fences, and at the same time scattering juicy chunks of raw meat to distract the hounds. The guerrillas have been known to set off village air raid sirens and small smoke bombs to disconcert the riders, and even to set free all of the horses while the riders are having a bite to eat and drink. Recordings of fox barks and packs of dogs baying have been played to scatter the interest of the dogs and riders alike. Once, all the dogs in a pack were lured into a truck and driven miles and miles away. The saboteurs have crept into tack rooms and smeared honey on all the saddle seats and even put red dye into all of the watering troughs for miles around so the hunters would have to try to get their horses to drink what looks like blood. Small tableaus have been staged on the commons in nearby villages where men dressed up in fox costumes chase people dressed like aristocrats. One plan is to fly overhead in a helicopter during a hunt, playing silly children's songs and tapes of silly laughter. And I'm told the groups of saboteurs have even run naked through the garden parties after the hunt, naked except for fake foxtails attached to their bums, and barking like dogs, of course. Needless to say, the press is always notified of the coming actions of the saboteurs, and they love to come and record the whole affair. More than once, the fox hunters have been made to appear both barbaric and foolish, and their names get published. Not good. The hunt clubs don't like the Hunt Saboteur Association very much, but the hunters' deployment of police and lawyers only makes them seem more ludicrous and spoils the hunt anyhow. The result of all this is great fun for the SABs, as they call themselves. Some great parties in the village pubs after their business is completed, and a diminishing interest in fox hunting for some of the hunters, as well as peace of mind on part of not a few foxes. I like the Hunt Saboteur Association, not because saving foxes has a particularly high priority for me, and not just because I oppose any kind of cruelty. I applaud the spirit of the SABs. So often so often doing good involves a kind of grimness. To assault evil, even small evil, with mischiefs, cleverness, merriment, and laughter. That takes genius few of us have, but which, when it is found, graces the human scene and makes progress both possible and palatable. If we could just figure out how to have more fun at it, maybe more of us would join the ranks of those who seek after justice and mercy. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Very good.
I thought some of the things that they did were pretty ingenious. I thought the funniest one was like letting all the horses go while they were in the pub having lunch, and then taking all of the dogs in a truck and then driving them far, far away. Janet, Nash, have you ever heard of this organization?
The Scabs.
Scabs, yeah. Sobs, SAB. Yeah, saboteurs, yes. I wonder if they'd ever heard of that. It's funny though. Okay. Good morning, Kathy and Brenda. I don't know that I said hello to you. Okay. Happy that you're here. So, Aunt Bex, what are you working on today?
Well, I'm finishing these little journals I came across, and so I'll have some for giveaway.
Oh.
So I'm going to keep one, send one to my mom, so I'll have 2 to give away.
Awesome. Very cool.
And I like to always present them in a little package, so I'm working out the packaging.
Yeah, you always have those neat little bags to put them
Amazon.
in. You must have bought a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, like 100 pack.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to attempt to, again, as I said earlier in the intro, to bind this. And I'm going to make a little template. And I've got to stand up and get my book binding bundle up here. I bought this book binding. Didn't come in this. I bought this bag separately because I love bicycles. And it's from Amazon. And it really is a good kit. It's got everything you need.
Yeah, Greg bought that for me for Christmas one year, I think.
Yeah, I think you have the same one. I think yeah. And it's really lovely. It's got scissors and wax tape and a ruler and all sorts of needles. And
I have that one, and then I use my Making Memories kit the most, and then all this twine I got from Amazon. It was like a 2 or 3 pack, and I'll be able to bind books for the rest of my life.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it even has this stuff, and I'm not sure what that is, but it's nice. And let's see. And it has I guess this is a glue brush. If you're slapping on glue, that's a glue brush. And it has all sorts of comes with a lot of, look at all the wax thread it comes with. 4 rolls of various colors. A pair of scissors. Oh, there's the other awl. An awl. I was wondering where that went to. Big needles. Clips. Thimble. Ooh, and curved needles. You have to have the curved needles. So it's quite the kit. And a thimble. Now I don't know whether the thimble came with it or not. It probably did. So, and then I have this little bag to stick it all in. Yeah, no, it does come with the thimble and 4 binder clips. Cool. Yeah, highly recommend it. I don't know what I paid for it though. It wasn't much. All right, I think I'm going to go with this brown. Stick the rest of these back in here. I will need the, and I will use another pair of scissors. I have an awl over here. I'll need those clips. It's a nice little ruler. Fits in my bag. All righty. So I'm going to do what's known as a blind binding. I think it's blind because you don't see it when it's done. You don't see it on the on the back of the book. I think that's why it's called. Obviously, that's why it's called blind. So I've got 4 signatures, and you typically want to put the last signature in first and move and work your way forward. That's what I have. That seems to be a consistent with all of the people that I watch who are. Good morning, Barb. When I watch people doing this, they consistently start from the back and move forward. Is that what you do, Beck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just flip the whole book over and start.
Yeah, and then put it like here, and then you come this way with it.
Yep.
So I'm going to flip them this way. So I've got, it's about 2 inches, and this is a 2-inch piece, and I've already folded it in quarters. So each one of these folds should be approximately a 1/2 inch. And I'm just going to eyeball it. What would we do without our eyeballs? And let's see. Let me look at this. Let's see how this lays here.
I need to put those in my stitch kit, little daisies.
So I won't be talking a whole lot, but can you see what yeah, you kind of can see what I'm doing. Yeah, it's not that, it's exciting. So I'm going to put here, maybe here, and down here, and here. Oh, is that right? Do I mark that? I guess I do mark that. Do I mark? Oh boy. Oh well. It'll be okay.
These little journals like this would be something cute to add to my idea of a yeah, I can't remember what it's called. Advent calendar at Christmas.
Oh yeah, as a little gift.
Yep, stick it in as one of the gifts. I might save that for that idea.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I'm still going to decorate the package. It'll be decorated non-Christmas. So
right, yeah. Here. Yeah. Oh, I'm not marking that here. Here.
You see.
And here.
What was it called? A bookbinding kit from Amazon? Yes.
Yeah. I just typed in bookbinding kit. And I can give you more information on it in a second if you want. I can give you the thing that, the piece of paper that came inside of it.
Kathy, Calico Kate's channel. She was on with Carol and I the other morning, and I think Carol put all the links into her video. Of course, Janet Baum is really good at finding the links, but she is just starting out. Kathy is. So if everybody could go and subscribe to her, that would be awesome.
Yes. See,
Arlene got it. There you go.
Thank you, Arlene.
These are an Easter flower. Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
See, this is a little bit different size, so I'm going to have to adjust for that, I think. That's why I say the struggle is real, especially when I'm doing it. Well, what am I doing here? This is not right. Did 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't like that. I'm turning it over, folks. Oh. I'll start all over again. Sorry, folks. Yeah, let me show you the thingy. If you're looking, I can give you this thing. Okay. Let's see. This is the name of the company. VENCINK, Hand Bookbinding Tools. And it's www.vensync.com. But that's them. Again, I got this on Amazon. Okay. Okay, here's this one. And that one's going to go, I've got 4, so I've got to go like kind of here. Let's see, here, 1.
So we've been on for 23 minutes, and I just now got the announcement that you were live. That's so funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the lag is, it's, yeah.
They want us to tell everybody, make sure you ring the bell. And then it seems like it takes forever for it to actually ding, ding, ding. And then some people say they never even get it.
Oh, I know. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I got a train going through.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1. Oh my God, Ann. I'm so okay. 1. I can't get this. My brain's not working. 1, 2, 3. Still not even. Well, I know you can't divide 2. Well, you should be able to divide 2 into 4. Why isn't my brain working? Because it's not. This would be the middle one. And then 1 goes over here. And here. Why can't I do 1, 2, 3, 4? 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Oh, here, that one Something's missing its gem.
Oh my Lord. Come on. People are going screaming at me. Okay, that seems to work.
Most of the time I try to do that, I will get me a piece of chipboard and I'll make myself a cheat stick. And then I just keep it for.
And you know, I think I had one at some point in time. And I couldn't find it. Oh, Lordy. Well, that's okay. People are loving and patient.
This is true.
And I will get out my monster scissors. I couldn't live without. I had to get the Rosemary Scissors. Oh, there was somebody that has like a bookbinding thing. It's like I use an old book, you know, but they had like an actual thing, like a cradle.
Oh.
That you put the book in so you can punch the holes.
Yeah.
It's really cool. All right, I'm not going to put any lines in there. I'm just going to look at this. I've got 4, so I'm just going to kind of go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that will be my, I will eyeball it that way. And it's not even, but you know what? It's handmade, so it's not supposed to be even.
That's right.
That's what I'll tell. That's my story, and I'm going to stick to it. That's the excuse, right? All right. Thank you guys for being so patient. I appreciate that. And then when I get this bound.
Teresa says, we do enjoy watching the process, Anne, so you're fine.
Okay. All righty. Well, thank you. 3 here. I appreciate that. Of course, when I'm doing it by myself, it just seems to go so easily. But I'll pretend I'm by myself.
There you go.
I was telling Nancy stories the other night. Thinking of a couple of more Nancy adventures.
Poor Nancy, she gets blamed for everything.
Well, she was the instigator. I definitely was the follower. For sure, I was the follower. Yes. She was definitely the brains of the operation. That's for sure. I was not.
Goodness.
Nancy was always the smart one. Because when I went to school, they were still what they call tracking kids, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They decided they didn't want to do that anymore because they thought it was bad for the kids to be tracked. And but you were tracked, and they still track kids, believe me, but it's not like known knowledge. But the kids know come on. Kids know who the smart kids are, and you know what I mean? It's not like.
Yeah, we had, when I was coming up through in the 70s, they had the classes divided by abilities.
Yeah, right. Tracks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And they said, oh no, you can't do that. It hurts the kids, whatever egos or whatever their little psyches and I'm sure to a certain extent that's true. but
Yeah.
the kids knew. It's not
Yeah.
like the kids didn't know who was you know who the smart kids were in your class.
Yeah.
I know I certainly did, and I knew I wasn't one of them.
Yeah.
So,
Well, when you're dragged out to remedial stuff all the
me,
time.
that was
Yeah.
me. Yeah. Everyone else was taking a foreign language, and I was in remedial reading.
Yeah.
I was dyslexic. I still am, but it's not as bad, but it was really bad when I was a kid. And I still have trouble. I contend I was a breech birth. So I came in this world ass backwards, and I've been ass backwards ever since. So that's my story. So the kids were taking foreign languages. I was taking English, reading and such. And in the summertime, I had to go to remedial reading.
I was fortunate in that SUNY Binghamton, one of the professors lived on the corner, and his wife, I would get dropped off at her house, and she helped me with my reading.
Oh, good.
After school each day. And then my grandmother I would either walk home by myself, which there was not another house after the corner. Our house was the only one back in, but the other neighbors had this bull that would get out, and I was always terrified that bull was going to chase me.
Oh, yeah.
It was a Hereford bull, one of those red cows with the big white heads with their
yes,
heads
beautiful breed, yeah.
When you're like 8 years old and that's coming at you, you learn to run really fast.
Well, I would be terrified. Just the thought of the sound of the.
But Mrs. Chursmith was my saving grace, I think.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of books in our house. So,
Yeah.
if I'd been exposed more. That's what people that don't get their kids exposed to books. I think you're really hurting your kids. Buy some books or go to the library.
No, I agree. Yeah. That's something that we did constantly. We read to the kids, when they were little.
Yeah.
And when they were older, I would make Richard sit at the kitchen table and read out loud to me while I fixed dinner.
Yeah.
And then we would always read to them at bedtime.
Yeah. We made sure Greg had books.
Yeah. We had lots of books. And my mother was a reader. So I always saw her reading. She was always had a book. She was always reading. When I came home from school, and she was fortunate, she didn't have to work. She was a stay-at-home mom. But when I came home from school, she'd be sitting in the living room reading.
Yeah.
So I always saw her. She modeled it well. You know what I'm saying? She modeled it really well because I always saw her reading. She read all the time. My father, not so much. He was not a reader. But my grandfather, the guy that lived with my father's father, he lived with us, and he read all the time. So I saw.
You saw people reading.
Yeah. You know what they did for a while at the school? They had a program, and it had initials. But basically what the school did every day, and now you're reading to us. Yes, I am Dixie. And I am, and I enjoy it so much. They had a program at school where everybody stopped for 15 minutes and read. Everybody, including the janitors, the secretaries, the students, the teachers, everybody read. And everyone had to have a book or a magazine. And so the school was completely silent for those 15 minutes, and everybody read, which I thought was an interesting concept. Now, whether everybody did read. I don't know, but I thought it was a brilliant idea that they would have everybody reading. The entire staff, everybody was
Yeah.
expected to read. And then we had, do you remember the book fairs that they would have at school? Oh, I couldn't wait.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh.
I always wanted so many of the books, but
Oh, I know.
we were dirt poor, so we didn't. Or dirt rich, maybe, because we could grow our own food. And
right. But
I love those.
Yeah. And they would set up the library.
Yep.
And it was like a little bookstore. And oh man, I love that. I still loved it as an adult. I would always go over and buy books, when they had brought it to the Holy Trinity. I was always buying, Christmas presents and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Arlene being one of the smart kids wasn't much fun either, but I really think the old way helped us understand that life ain't fair and people will always stick us in. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's. And, I understand fragile egos as little kids, but I also had problems with everybody doesn't deserve a smiley face. And if kids are brought up with thinking that everything they do is perfect, then how are they going to accept failure later on in their life as adults?
Yeah. Or struggles. The struggle of life,
Yeah. The struggle is real. Right now, I'm struggling. And so I have some mixed feelings about everyone gets a star, everyone gets a smiley face.
Yeah.
Maybe not even, maybe you don't grade stuff. I went to college during a period of time when they were experimenting with grading, and I had several courses that didn't have grades. It was either a pass or a fail. You either got a P or an F.
Yeah.
So I thought that was love book that they were. Readathon, yes. Like a madman, so I could get more books. Yes, yes, yes. And they also had a thing where they hooked up with Pizza Hut. And if you read so many books at Pizza Hut, you got like coupons for free pizzas.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, everything is connected to reading. Everything we do, And if you can't read, you're at such a disadvantage. It's tragic. I mean, you can't do math without reading. You can't read out loud to people. You can't read a recipe. You can't read directions. And I'm doing this thing all wrong. I know I am, but I don't know. It'll work out somehow. Let's see. I don't read as much as I used to, but I have taken to listening. Because when I'm crafting here by myself, I have taken to listening to books on tape.
See, I thought about getting a Kindle.
Yes.
But I don't know. I really like the tactile feel of books.
I do too.
I'm a weirdo, I guess.
No, I do too. Because sometimes I want to lie down with a book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And lying down and listening to a book, it's a totally different experience. Hi, Mrs. Gigi. I agree. Here goes nothing. you know, you don't really need a Kindle.
No.
All you need is
Oh, bird hit the window.
oh, I heard that. There's a AudioVox which has free titles with volunteer readers, which I thought would be fun. I'd like to be a volunteer reader. They have thousands of titles of books that you can listen to for free.
Oh.
And you can just download their app on your phone or your iPad or your computer and listen away.
I have to look at that.
They have a lot of obviously a lot of the classics because they're free.
Oh, yeah.
But I missed that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. That page will have to be. Alrighty. This is what I'm doing now. I'm so stupid this morning. My brain is just not working. Stick this in here. Stick this here. Go like so. I love listening to books when they're read by the author.
Yeah.
That's really
good.
cool. Yeah. Like Matthew McConaughey, he reads his own books. You know, his book he read himself. It's kind of
That's cool.
All right. So that's that. That's that. Just like so. I think when I go to sew, this is going to be one of those making it fit. You know how that goes. Make it fit no matter what.
Arlene says, Overdrive is an app for any device, uses your local library card for you to borrow thousands of free ebooks.
Yes. I've heard of that. Yes.
Oh, this I got at Michael's when I worked there. They get this cool floral ribbon in all the time, but you have to go in the floral department to find this burlap.
Oh, look at that with the bee on it.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
But that's going in some Happy Mail I'm putting together.
Yes. Someone's doing bees. Who is that?
Bees and nature. Lots of people are doing bees and nature.
Yeah, that's true. Did I get this one? That's this one.
Scott and I ate too many sweets yesterday, and we were both sick all night. So I'm surprised I'm upright, let alone online.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, that medicine we're on, the Rybelsus, if you eat too much of the wrong thing, it makes you pay for it. So
Okay. All right.
I know now.
So you were just testing to see whether that was true.
Yeah. I think I'll pass on further testing.
So you come to the
Especially
conclusion
since we
that
both were ill.
it really works.
Yep. Now we know.
Does it make you nauseous?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
If you really push it, it'll make you
Throw up.
get rid of everything. So
Ooh. That would be a deterrent.
yep. Ooh, I like those two together.
Well, were the sweets good? Were they worth it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They were peanut butter, oatmeal, chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah.
Did you make them?
Yeah. I
Oh,
did
dear.
that punishment
Becky,
myself.
you made them? That's like really premeditated, isn't it?
Yeah. Did myself in.
It's not like you saw them in the store and bought them on a whim. You made them.
I don't like bought cookies much.
No, I know. I don't either.
Just
I
not the
don't.
same.
No.
Excuse me.
God bless you. Well, and they don't leave a nice aroma in the house when you buy store-bought cookies. You can't.
Dixie, I can't do sugar-free stuff either because the artificial sweeteners, I don't care which one it is, stevia, any of them, it gives me lower GI problems beyond all. So I don't go there.
I think your body's trying to tell you something there, Becky.
Yeah. You need to knock it off with the sugar.
Mm-hmm.
All right. These are the two I'm going to set aside for my Advent swap for anybody.
Oh, okay. All right.
So what I've been doing is I do the little things like this and I'll set them aside. And then when I finally put together, if anybody wants to do an Advent calendar swap with me, I'll wrap these up in Christmas paper and that kind of stuff and number them. So this is the kind of thing I'm thinking when I'm saying, let's do Advent calendar swap. So it doesn't have to be huge things, No,
just little
yeah.
Little things.
And then if by the time November gets here and you don't have quite enough, that's where you sneak and you just pitch some candy in.
Right.
To fill in the blank spots.
A couple of candy canes and
little pieces of chocolate. That kind of
I
stuff.
watched Marta Small Art. Mary
I love Marta and her girls.
A while, but she said she's been cleaning and on vacation. But she and Emily, the older daughter, Emily, right? Yeah. Made an Advent calendar for the little one.
Aww.
And what they used, it was brilliant. What they used was toilet paper rolls, right? And they glued them up they had 25 of them or 24. And it was like they glued it with a hot gun and made like this gigantic, almost like triangle structure.
Yeah.
And they spray painted it with all different colors. And then they stuffed those tubes with little presents.
Oh.
And that looked so cool. And you should have seen her little face when she started to open them. It was the cutest little thing. I thought that was a really good idea, using the tubes and just gluing them all together. And those were the compartments.
That is so cool.
I've done some of her
beautiful cards too.
I've done some of her free lessons that she does.
Yeah.
Her digital lessons, and she provides the digi downloads. I'm very happy with, the result. She really does some nice stuff. I think it's so funny that Lucas is so camera shy. I did see his arm the other day.
No, it's not where I wanted it.
Okay. Guys, you do realize this will be our Sunday miracle if we get this. I just want you to know. If you believe in miracles, this will be it, because I have never had such a problem doing this.
Oh boy, Arlene has the opposite problem I do. Sugars actually make hers drop out the bottom.
Drop out the bottom.
Too much sugar for me puts it over 200 or puts me to sleep. And that's a real danger for a diabetic, is you can put yourself into a coma real easy,
Right.
eating too much sugar. So I need to behave, I know, but gosh, I've been enjoying baking again, but it's a big no-no for us. I love to bake bread, cookies, all of that. I love to do that. I would rather do that than cook a meal. So I need to get to where I love cooking meals as much as I love baking.
Yeah. Well, I stopped making those good meals out of that book. As soon as you stopped doing it, I stopped doing it.
Yeah, I need to get back to that because
Yeah.
there was some recipes in there that we really love, but they make so much, like the potato salad with the asparagus in it.
Oh,
I
man.
love that.
Are you
So
kidding? I ate that for a week.
Yeah, I'm going to go through mine and just figure out what half of everything is.
Yeah.
And just write it in the book so I could just quickly make half a recipe.
Right. Yep.
Of the ones that we've tried and liked. And the quinoa salad was good too.
Yep.
But it made, again, so much.
And well, yeah. And unless you could get Greg to eat some of it.
Oh, he ignores the food I have in the fridge, and he cooks his own meal and fills my fridge up so I can't cook anymore.
Right.
So if after the bathroom's done, if we have enough left from our home equity loan, we might go buy us a new refrigerator and put the old one out in the bonus room, even with its broken shelf, and
Right.
just tell Greg, that's your fridge.
There you go.
And you can take it if you ever move out.
Mm-hmm.
Scott says he's never going to move out.
No.
Oh, well.
Well, why would he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, I was kind of half kidding around when I said the struggle is real. And man, I jinxed myself. I really have done this to myself.
Yes. Greg is my son. Greg went out doing night photography last night and didn't get home till 3 o'clock this morning.
Oh, dear.
Oh. Did you have fun, though, Greg?
I punched a hole. Don't you like that when you punch a hole and then it's not there? You can't find it. I think that's it. I don't know it is. Come on, man. Get your act together, will you? All right.
I don't think Greg's awake. I think his dad's trying
Oh,
to.
boy. Okay. All right. Let's get this show on the road. Just like so. Stick these here. Maybe I can sit down. It's hard to do that. Oh, back's killing me. Oh,
Yeah.
How are we doing? How are we doing? We're all haven't looked at the chat at all. I want to make cookies with bananas. Ooh, yes. And you can substitute applesauce too, unsweetened applesauce for some of those recipes.
Yeah.
I think I've done that. But bananas have, yeah.
I'll keep.
I have more of a salty tooth.
So you're a chips kind of girl?
Yeah, I'm a chips. I mean, yeah. Big fan of the old-fashioned French onion soup dip. Oh, man, that's a classic.
Yep. Wonder if
with
this
some
will
good
fit.
potato chips, like Cape Cod potato chips, because they won't break. Nothing's
can
worse
slide
than when
this
the
in Mom's letter. That's
chip breaks, you know.
Mom's going to get a fat envelope this week.
Oh, good.
Send her one of these little journals and one of those
I like
lady
that.
agencies.
Yeah.
And then I send in her this card, but my niece will snag it because it's a kitty.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have a little, one of my pre-made little card type of things I have ready to send to Mary, to your mom. I have to get it in the mail. And you moved your address back up to the top of the.
I did. So it's right
Yeah.
there on the front page of my
That's
group.
good. That's good. Yeah, that helps.
For anybody that wants to just send her a little piece of, little piece of art she can stick in her journal. And
Mm-hmm.
she loved Janet's postcard.
Yeah, I bet.
She loves all those postcards. All right,
Wait
I
a
got
minute.
that done. Now what?
Do that to sew that to that, and then no, I should sew that to this. No, I'm talking to myself, and no one's giving me the right answer. So
Funny how that happens.
yeah, you know, they used to tell you that. Hi, Elise. Good morning to you. Thank you for stopping by. The old Pennsylvania Dutch farmers used to tell me it's okay to talk to yourself as long as nobody answers back. They were. I love their expressions, you know. Like if they were sore, muscle sore, they would say, I'm all stoved up.
All stoved up. Mm-hmm.
All stoved up. I had never heard that expression.
Yeah, my grandmother used to say that. I'm all stove up.
It didn't take long before I knew what it meant.
No.
After working on the farm,
That's
10
right.
hours a day, I knew what it meant, not in short order. I was all stoved up. I think back on that labor that I did and how physically demanding that was. No wonder I'm all beat up. And of course, being a woman, I always felt I had to do more than the men. And they would look at me like I was crazy. They would say to me, will you slow down? You're making us look bad.
Scott worked with a man that told him he was working too efficiently and too hard.
Right.
To make him look bad, that Scott needed to slow down.
Yeah, I got that quite a lot. Well, sometimes it's not, you when you're doing something like that and you get into a rhythm, it's hard to slow down,
Yep.
All right, folks. I don't know whether this is, I didn't know if I could go on an entire week without speaking. If I didn't talk to myself, I could go on an entire week without speaking. I feel that way sometimes too. If it weren't for the craft, being in the craft groups. Yeah, you were. I am determined. Yeah, I wouldn't have talked to anybody. That's for sure. But as you all got to see, hopefully you got to see that I got to meet up with Nettie in person.
I know.
And That was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun. And it's funny because meeting her was like we picked up where we left off, like we've known one another our whole lives. And this was just a regular get together. It's just so comfortable.
Yeah.
And because obviously her being in the Thursday craft group helps too, but there was no awkwardness. It was just like, it was great. It was super. And
that's what I love about the Thursdays is you get to really know each other in
yeah.
Thursday. That's why I'm always harping. Y'all need to come on Thursday if you really want to get to know every single one of us, because we have so much fun.
Yeah, it's so laid back.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to describe,
And everybody does their own thing.
Yeah, that's pretty much. And we help one another out a lot.
Yeah.
At least I'm helped a lot. Well, we all are. We're saying, hey, how do I do this? How does this look? Should I use this color or that color? Or should I do that? So there's usually a constant crafting dialogue going on.
Yeah.
And stories and a lot of laughs. And it's just kind of fun.
Absolutely.
It's funny because people leave and then they come back.
Yep.
Oh, I've got to go, I'll leave. I have to go feed Lily. I'll be back. I'll go feed Lily. I come back. I've literally gone and had gone to a doctor's appointment and come back. Once I went to the lawyer and came back. Because my doctors and all of those people are only 2.5 miles from where I live.
Oh, that's cool.
I know that's when you sleep, Arlene. Yeah, I know. That's not your schedule. Yeah.
We could do a pajama party hangout sometime.
Yeah, we could.
Do it at night.
Yeah. So Arlene, this is typically you're probably close to going to bed now.
Oh, these are cute. Figured I'd stamp these out on some of this deli paper just to see what they're all like.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Mushroom stamps I just got.
Oh.
I got 2 full sets of mushroom stamps.
Okay, Kathy is going. She says, hope to test out live stream this afternoon around 1 Central. I'm heading to Hot Tub. Okay.
Oh.
Now, is that the stream? Did you want us to come to that stream? Were you going to do live stream? I can't remember. Carol said something about, I could be wrong though. It could be somebody else. Okay. Maybe not. All right. Let's see. Well, here goes.
If hot doesn't help, try cold. That's what,
Yeah, cold really
sometimes
is better.
Ice is more appropriate than hot.
Yeah. That's what they say.
Yeah. Well, when Scott's sciatica went out, ice was the only thing that gave him relief. I mean, his really was bad.
I think hot is for like soreness, that general feeling of soreness. It kind of loosens you up, but the cold is really for the swelling and the inflammation. I think cold is for real acute. Does that make sense?
Yep, it does. Because you don't want to draw blood to an area that's already swollen. You want to get it to go away.
Right.
An area.
But the cold really knocks down the swelling, and the swelling causes pain. So the cold will help the swelling.
Oh, that one didn't punch clear.
So Dixie says, "Hi, Ange. Good morning. How are you?" I just paid my Keisha bill. I get very nervous because I don't check my emails that often, and I don't think she sends the bill through email. And so I check PayPal, and sure enough, there it was. I'm always so afraid I'm going to miss paying her, but I paid her in plenty of time. I would hate to do that, but I got it. I got her paid. I didn't get much this time. I got a Reader's Digest book, one of those older Reader Digest books that are so much. And I think I won something.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So some stamps. All right.
I just get too confused there, so I just gave up. The games change, and it's just.
Oh yeah, I can't. I don't understand.
I can't keep up.
I don't understand punching people. I don't get that either. I don't understand it. And I just.
And I frankly just don't need anything.
No, I don't either.
I do go occasionally to support people I know on,
Yeah. That's not right.
Well, these would be so cool to just go through a journal and stamp mushroom on every page. A nature journal.
Well, that'll be cool.
I just want to see what they look like. Stamped out.
My God, you would think I have never done this before.
Stupid studio question. How do you get in an Hangout? Well, it's not a Hangout. It's a Facebook room. And you have to be a member of Ann Lars Art Hangout group on Facebook.
Yes.
And then we go in. She opens the room at 10 o'clock on Thursdays, and we are in there all day. Usually we sign off about 5 or 6 o'clock.
Now you have to.
We didn't.
No.
Everybody, I think, was busy.
Right. Now you have to answer some questions because it's a private group. So if you go over there, and I think Janet's got the link. You go there, you ask to join, and I think there's some questions you have to answer.
Yeah, and they're like, how did you hear about us? What kind of art do you do?
What kind of art do you like to do? Promise to be nice and not fight.
Yeah.
Be supportive. I mean, they're basic kind of questions you would see in any group.
Angie said the punches are so you can get free stuff or win stuff. At Keisha's, I guess.
Yes. I figured that out. I figured that much out. Yeah.
The last time I was in there, though, it was just so confusing. I didn't know what was going on. So I said, no, I'm not staying. I'm just not. So confused. Don't know which way's up.
Well, oh my Lord, I can't believe what a mess I am making here. Holy moly. I'm glad people can watch Becky, what she's doing, because thank God you're here, Becky, because I cannot wrap my head around this. And I've done this. This is not my first rodeo. Let me put it that way. Ended up in the wrong spot.
Oh, these would be cute to stitch too. Stamp them on the fabric and then stitch around them.
Yeah, that's possible, Angie. It may have been a speed round. And that's even more confusing because everything goes a lot faster. And I think don't you buy punches? You buy something to punch people? I think. And then when you get so many punches, you can get
Yeah, I got some kind of.
people give you punches, I think. Like kind of. But anyway. She does have beautiful stuff though. I mean, Deb Farrell's been selling a lot of her stuff on that. And Deb's just gone back to selling, I guess. And
Yeah, I think so.
And Deb's stuff is just gorgeous and very reasonably priced. All right. Let's see. And,
let me look and see what she's.
Let's see.
This is.
Well, I got one done. I don't know.
That's a start.
Yeah, that's a start. I don't know whether 3 holes is enough, but I don't know that this book is going to be handled that much. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to be.
Yeah. Right now, how many members do we have? 99 members in there.
Yeah. I went through and there were some names that I didn't recognize. Remember we had that one name we didn't recognize?
Mm-hmm. Somebody popped in, but she never said anything and then left.
And we're not sure who she was. We're not familiar. And I went back and opened her up and she hadn't answered any of the questions, so I deleted her.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you have to answer the questions.
And again, nobody, you come in anytime you want. You leave anytime you want. You don't have to stay.
Yeah.
It's just a very laid back.
And Elise is already a member.
Yeah.
So when you go into Ann's group, if there is a room open, it'll say Ann Laura has opened a room. And then you just click on to join. It says join now. And you can decide whether you want your camera on or your mic on or any of that. But we would like you to say hello so we know you're there and to welcome you. So, and I just checked, and yes, Elise is a member of your group.
Yeah, a lot of us will start out with our faces showing, and then we'll go switch to our hands.
Yeah, and then we become the hand people, according to
Mary Lou's husband calls us the hand people.
He comes in and she says, "I'm on with the hand people," and we all go, "Hi." It's right funny.
It's funny. Well, this is good. None of these holes line up. That's just what I want, right?
Oh, no.
Oh, well, I can make other holes, right?
Yeah. So that was that set. And then I've got this set. Because I'm a mushroom. I just love mushrooms to look at.
I wish I knew about mushrooms enough that you could be safe to pick them and eat them. But I would never.
Yeah. Well, we went to the zoo here one time to learn about mushrooms, to do that. And then they didn't give us any real information. It was just information we have in our books. So we need to find a different source to learn all of that.
Because I think most mushrooms are not poisonous. I think there's more mushrooms that you can eat than there are poisonous ones, but I would never want to take a chance, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. This is a basket of mushrooms.
Because we have those big white mushrooms. They're really big.
The
And they're-
Santa's beard ones, or do they look like a big fan coming out from the tree?
No, these are ground mushrooms. They're not on the tree.
Oh, okay.
And sometimes, and they're white. They're white.
Yeah.
And sometimes the cap gets to be about this big.
Uh-huh.
And occasionally they'll pop up. Now, we don't have a lot of mushrooms here, I guess, because of the weather. But you would think we would. Let's see.
It's on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm. Again, it is so laid back. And
yeah, we come and go. We have lunch together or talk about food.
Yeah.
Occasionally, if we decide to, we'll all do the same project, like play with our jelly plates or do something like that.
We might do an impromptu prompt game,
Yeah.
But nothing's in stone. And occasionally we have guest visitors that come in that we don't see all the time, but pop in, which is always a pleasant surprise. Malia and Roy pop in occasionally. Janet Nash is there quite frequently, which is great. And everyone seems to have, stuff that they're working on. Ruth is there. Deb Farrell's there. JL is there. Becky's there. I'm there. Carol is there.
Yeah.
These are some of the regulars.
Mary
will come in to tell us that she can't stay, but she comes in and says, hey.
Yeah.
Says hi. But Mary's there.
She's got her hands full with her garden right now.
Yeah. She's got so much
planted a lot this year.
Yeah. But she'll come in. The other day she came in and she was sitting on
the porch.
On the porch. Nettie sits outside on her porch too and visits. It's like an old-fashioned visit. People sitting on their porch and chatting away.
Yep. Mary's getting central air conditioning.
I know. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. Next week.
I bet she'll be glad. I bet she's been sweating.
Yeah, that'll make a big difference.
And I don't know about her, but I can't sleep if I'm hot. I just can't.
No, I can't either.
I'm just wide awake all night long.
Yeah. I would much rather be cold, but at least with cold you can put another blanket on. But if you're hot, there's only so much you can take off.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a big undertaking for them.
Yeah. Because they got to pull out all the old vent stuff. We had that done here.
Uh-huh.
When we first moved in, we had an ancient furnace. And we've had our furnace replaced twice here. We've paid for two different.
Oh, my Lord. Really?
Yeah.
That is.
Yep. Well, we've been here since 96.
Wow.
And replaced twice.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It is. Hoping that was the last time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure it's a lot more expensive now. And it's more expensive than the first time.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it would cost. Especially if you don't have ductwork. Well, that's why you'd probably go to those mini splits, which don't require ductwork.
Yeah. And a lot of people are going to those now because you can put them where you want them.
Right. And they each have their own individual thermostat, so you can control the temperature in
Yeah,
each
room
room,
to room.
room to room.
That's what Scott said. If we ended up having to do that, he would just get a mini split for that bonus room because we
Yep.
don't use it all the time. So it's kind of pointless that we're putting AC out there all the time. But now our dampers have broke, so we can't even shut it off. So we just leave the dampers all open so that we stay cool. Because what happens is when that one stays open, the rest of the house gets hotter and all get out. But that room is nice and cold. So that's why we had AC people out last week, and he just put all the dampers open. Right. So we're now nice and chilled, except Greg came in and turned the thermostat on out there, not knowing he wasn't supposed to, and got it down to like 70 degrees here in the house, and we were freezing on top of not feeling well. So yeah.
I keep my house at 78. That seems to be the temperature that's most comfortable for me.
Oh, there's Deb. I'm in transition in the boonies. I'm in and out.
She must be on her way to church, or oh, that's right. There we go. That's where I want to be. See, I was in the wrong hole. That's not good. Oh boy.
Arlene says she's going to try to stay up after Mary's on Thursday and just pop in, but we'll have to look at her face.
That would be so awesome.
Only camera she has is the one pointed at her face, so
that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, you posted your face on Instagram, right? And then you kind of implied that we should all do that. So what did I do? I posted.
Oh, these are beautiful stamps.
I posted my mug. Why not?
Oh, mine's out there. Whether I put it up or my son took some picture of me sleeping, or
oh, what are sons for, right?
Yeah.
Did you see what? Did you hear what Mary Lou's kids do to her? Jeez, that was so funny. Sometimes.
Maybe I did.
You came on. We couldn't hear her, and she didn't know whether we were messing with her, because sometimes when she talks to her daughters, they'll pretend that they can't hear her.
Oh.
And they'll indicate, and they'll start doing sign language, pretending that they can't hear her. So she didn't know whether we were messing with her or we couldn't really hear her. So.
Oh no. Well, that's all the mushrooms from those 2 stamp sets. Which way?
That's a lot. Whoa. Holy mackerel.
Trying to figure out which way to go. Okay.
And that was one set. One.
No, it's 2 sets. That one and this one.
That's a lot of mushrooms.
But they're all different kinds.
I'm getting there, folks.
All right.
I think. I got to come down here. Just don't watch what I'm doing. Don't take what I'm doing too seriously, folks, because I can tell you there's a whole lot easier way of doing this than I'm doing it, for sure. I know I've done something wrong. Well, I know what I did wrong. So, when you've screwed up crafting, you just have to figure out a way of figuring out how to get it done. Somehow, some way, no matter what. That's where I'm at right now. And this is not how I imagined it going today.
You thought it would go smooth as butter.
Yeah, a little bit smoother than it's going now. I mean, I'm making new holes left and right. It'll be a holy book, that's for sure. As it should be. It's being created on Sunday, so it's a holy book.
There you go. I love that turtle that keeps popping into the screen.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And that's the sewing themed journal?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh, wow.
Okay, now I don't know. Oh, my Lord, what is the problem here? Gee, mini cricket. It's a good thing I'm on a stream because I would be saying some words that would make a sailor blush.
No, and not you.
I know I know you're all shocked that I even know that word. I know that language. I know. I don't want to shock anyone, but I have another vocabulary that is not appropriate for public ears, I guess you would say. Okay, that's there. Okay, now I can. How did I get that? I don't. Oh my Lord! I don't. How did I get where I'm at? That is.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. It's all right. I got it. I think I got it. I just have to. I got it. I've only showed myself. Want to show myself because I. Oh, Angie, you look fine. I saw that picture of you. You look fine. You look great. What?
We can only look like ourselves. And the perception of how good we look should come from within, not from anybody's critique. So be kind to yourself, Angie.
Oh, look what I did. Oh, Lord. I got started all over again. Look at this. That's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be over there. It's what's in your heart. I know that sounds corny, but it's not. It's really true. It's what's inside that counts. It's not what it looks like on the outside. I mean, people say this, and I know we hear it all the time, and we don't believe it, but it's true. And Arlene says, I rarely cuss, but sometimes a well-placed dirty word is needed. Yep, there you go. And I bet you, Arlene, yours are very well placed. Hi, Miss Allie. Sorry if I didn't say hi. You came in at 10:27. That's not too bad. Good morning, Miss Allie. So lovely to see you.
Oh, that's awesome. Olivia won gold yesterday and also sprained her ankle. Good on the gold, bad on the ankle. But she is good. Yeah. We had to look up what on earth pickleball was because Scott was like, that sounds like something made up. And I'm like, well, from the sounds of it, it kind of is. It's a cross between tennis, paddleball, table tennis, and
badminton.
Pickleball.
Yeah. It's the fastest growing sport in the United States.
He didn't believe it was real. I had to look it up for him.
I guess it's very popular because all age groups can play.
Oh, look what I found at Ollie's yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And guess what? I bought two so I can give one away.
Oh.
So that'll be another
pastel. Oh, how pretty.
And I'll keep this one with a mucked up top. But
right, Deb, everybody can play.
Yeah.
Oh, Allie, you played that in high school? I thought it was newer than that. Not that you're old. But you are a youngin'. I think Allie is the youngest person among us,
I think she is.
and we're so lucky to have her.
Yes. It was named after a dog named Pickles. Watch the Pickleball channel on YouTube.
Okay.
Allie, I'm gonna stick these in. Allison, I'm gonna stick these in some Happy Mail I'm putting together for somebody. So that I picked something up for her, and I thought she would appreciate mushrooms too. So I'm working on a Happy Meal. So if you leave comments on my channel, you might win one of this pastel drawing book.
I like that you do the comment thing. I think that's a really brilliant way of having people leave comments. I think that's it's a great trade-off too. And the chance to win something. That's cool.
Yeah, and I'll count the videos up that are on the month. I counted all of them, and then I got random org to pick a number.
Okay, that's how okay.
And then I went to the comments, and I went to that video, and then there's a random comment picker where you just take the URL for the video.
Oh.
And you put that in, and I let random comment picker pick a comment.
Oh, wow.
And Kathy Whitney won the second book, the June book. She won that.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
This will probably be for the videos I do in July.
Uh-huh.
So even the lives, because it's all my videos that I've done within the month. And I just get them to pick a video by number, and then I take that video and throw it into the comment picker, and it picks them. It's just a fun way to do it.
Yeah, well, I think it's a little different.
And I'm trying to get my comments up on my videos because that helps you.
Well, I only lost one page.
Oh, rest well, Arlene.
Yes, Arlene. Thanks for being here.
Deb said on Olivia's first tournament, her partner was 84 and she was 12.
There you go. So they're not kidding around when they say it's a game for all ages.
Yes, Deb. They're from 2 sets I got off Amazon. I just stamped them out. So it's this one and this one. And this is that art deli paper that comes in a roll. Oh, that owl is so cute.
Isn't he? Happiness is handmade.
Yeah. I saw on Pinterest a wreath made out of all this old sewing finds. And I thought how cool that would be to have to hang in my sewing area.
Yeah.
Make a wreath out of stuff. And, I have some vintage stuff that it's just cool to look at. I probably would never use it. But.
So sewing notions type of thing. You make a wreath out of notion. Yeah.
It had old packages of bias tape, old thread spools, old scissors. Ooh. All that kind of stuff was attached to a wreath.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I told you what I did with my grandmother's notions because I wasn't into this, didn't care, tossed the whole thing out. And it had, the little packages of the snaps and the little hook things that you put on the back of a bra and, packages of those and thread, obviously, and pins and buttons and stuff, all of that stuff.
Janet says, Anne, will you be using Yes Paste to glue that in?
No, I'm going to be using a combination of, I'm going to be using the rug tape, the double-sided tape that you use to hold rugs down, and glue, 3-in-1. I mean, I'm really nailing it. I'm really, gluing it down. And Angie's getting a lot of spam. Yeah, I don't know. You just open it and
You should be
not
able to
only,
block them.
yeah, but you got to open it to block them.
Yeah.
And then they'll come in with another number. It's just annoying. It's just so
Wait,
annoying.
this is hilarious. We get texts from this guy named Bob or Jim, and he wants to talk to us about purchasing 27 North Commerce Drive in Liberty, South Carolina. That's the post office address from when we had our post office box. And we're like, good luck buying the post office. Would you like to buy the Lake Murray Dam?
There you go. He's like the guy that's trying to sell ice to the Eskimos, right?
Yeah. Crazy.
Well, I guess they used to try to sell the Brooklyn Bridge to the immigrants coming in. I guess that was one of the.
Yeah.
Well, I get all these on Instagram. I get all these guys that always want to send me a message on Instagram when I post stuff on Instagram. And
yeah, I get a lot of men are following me on Instagram,
Right.
and I got sick of trying to block them all. So I'm like, I'm not going to respond to you guys. So
don't you love it? Like a lot of them are a lot of them have scrubs on, so you're supposed to think they're doctors
or military, like high level military.
Yeah, military.
You know,
yeah.
Like I'm looking for machismo, not. Yes. If anybody knew my husband, that's the farthest from it I could get. All that machismo, I just don't.
Yeah. But I get a lot of those. They want to send me a message, and I'm not interested. I'm not gonna. I just wonder where something like that would end. You know what I mean? I don't see. What do they think is the outcome of that? If somebody says yes, yeah.
Well, I think a lot of those that kind of do that kind of stuff are the ones that want to burn through a woman. Just, especially if she's a single woman that's, she's lost her spouse and they think she's lonely, and then they want to go through her money.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure whatever, they're not up to any good. That's for damn sure.
Absolutely.
It just seems like what a waste of time. But it's just like, the jerks that, the idiots that have been crashing the parties here.
Yeah. Oh, Purple Nana. Is Purple Nana Leslie?
Oh, I know that name. I don't know who that is.
Purple Nana's doing the crochet alongs with me.
Oh, cool.
And she's the one that said she was going to switch and do them in cotton so she could have dishcloths, which I thought was a fabulous idea. I've got to dig my cotton out. I've got it buried in the back.
Well, I think Teresa said that too.
Yeah. I think y'all are right on that. I think that's a great thing to do.
I think Teresa said she was going to do that also.
This is just a card Purple Nana just did.
Oh, wow. That's gorgeous.
It is. It looks like it's got real dried flowers on it. I've been thinking about, Mary was talking about on the forest floor. I guess that's something she's doing with Rosemary.
Yeah, Rosemary has a nature journal where I guess you go out in nature, and I guess she provides boxes that you open up and decorate and then put your nature finds in it.
Oh, okay.
And then you make a journal that goes in the box. Then a journal goes in the box.
I have a flower press, and I was thinking how cool it would be to just go wildflower hunting and take my press with me and, just put them straight into the press and then just walk away and leave them till they're totally dry.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to use them if they're still moist. And that press has that paper that kind of wicks the moisture away.
Oh, okay. All right.
And if y'all are into jelly plate printing, PM Artist Studio will be on in about 20 minutes.
20 minutes, yeah. Well, one more.
So Janet Nash, was I right? Purple Nana is Leslie? I go on Instagram because I like to see what Dee Dee's doing and sharing, and all the people I watch that are doing sewing these days. They do a lot of challenges on Instagram, like the T-shirt challenge and things like that. There's Joyce Boring has come in.
Yeah, I post my artwork on Instagram. It's easy.
Yep. And I've got it to where it automatically saves it to Facebook too.
Oh, I haven't done that. That sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah, you can set it to where you can it'll automatically share to Facebook.
Oh, okay. That's cool. I didn't know that had that feature.
Oh no, it's not the Croydon Leslie. Okay. Because I know Janet has a friend. So Purple Nana, I need to find her real name. She's on my videos. I'll just ask her in one of her comments if she left.
That's a cool name, Purple Nana.
I know. I love it.
I like some of the names that people have. They're really.
Oh, Dee Dee's put her doll out in the garden picking tomatoes.
That's cool. I love her cat pictures.
Oh, I know.
They are the most adorable kitties. I can't tell them apart, but the heck. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that is cool. Oh, okay. I have to show this.
What you got?
She's applying, she's applying rub-ons to little fabric, and then she rips them apart, and she calls it taperology, but it looks like just rub-ons, and she stuck it down to the fabric. See, there's a sheet. Those are rub-ons, and she rubs them on.
Who would have thought rub-ons would stick to fabric?
Yeah, it looks like she's just using muslin too. So, man, now I need some rub-ons.
Yeah, I have some I've got some of my rub-ons are so old that they end up sticking to me. And boy, when they stick to you, they're hard to get off. But, my Dollar Tree actually has a decent collection of rub-ons.
Yeah.
Ow.
You know who we haven't seen in Craft and Chat lately and in a long time is Deborah Adams. And she lives not far from me.
Deborah
Adams.
No.
She used to come into some of the Craft and Chats and hang with us.
Okay.
But it has been a while.
I'm surprised. I would not think that rub-ons would stick on fabric.
Yeah. Now I've got to try it though.
I got to try it. Yeah.
That's like cool.
Yeah. I do have some muslin somewhere.
Now I also discovered that Dawn at Let's Make a Mess.
Yeah.
She's doing a book club now.
Oh. And she's in Oregon. She moved to Oregon.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I used to watch her all the time, and then I just stopped watching her. And I used to enjoy her, and follow the trials and tribulations of her daughter. And I guess her daughter's a golfer.
Well, her kitty cat Gracie passed away.
Okay.
She lost Gracie, and now she's got a puppy.
Ooh. Okay.
And Gail is in the book club with Dawn.
Oh, okay. Is this a real book club where they read books?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I peeked in. I stepped in real quick, but didn't stay this last week. And I think y'all were deciding on which book to read next.
Okay.
And Janet Nash said she was thinking about Deborah Adams. Deborah posted some pictures of some beautiful tomatoes she's got growing in her yard. So maybe she's just busy with her garden.
Yeah. Yeah, we had a book club.
Yeah, and Gail says, go watch Dawn's last video so you know which book is next. I think I got rid of my library card because I didn't think we were going to be living down here. So I've got to get a whole new library card set back up. Mine was probably well expired anyway.
Yeah.
And my library's small, so I probably won't be able to get the books that they're reading, but
they'll get them for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's a library, interloan library system.
Oh, yeah. Sure. We've done the interlibrary loan. And we've also gone to the neighboring libraries in the same county and picked books up that way, because you can return them to any library in the county.
Well, we had a book club at school.
Oh, cool.
Bunch of teachers, right? And it was a very unique book club. When I say unique, because we never read a book. It was just an excuse to get together once a month for dinner. So it became a joke. I mean, we started out, with teachers recommending books. And
you meant well.
We meant well. And then maybe we read one or two books over maybe a 5-year period. And then it just became, it was like a code word for getting together for drinks and dinner. Book club is going to meet.
And up in Green, where I grew up back in the late 70s, early 80s, there was a bar in Green called the Library. So you could tell your wife you were just at the library.
Right, there you were, just at the library. Yeah.
And Gail says she just does the audiobooks. See, I think I could do the audiobooks better than reading because I fall asleep when I read.
Yeah.
I'd only be able to read like 3 pages and then I'm asleep. But if I could listen to one, while I'm in
it's
here.
Great while you're crafting. It is great to listen to a book. And then, if you have to step away, then you pause it and then you come back to it, Yeah.
Yeah,
I am a member. I subscribe to audiobooks, which is an Amazon, thing owned by Amazon, and it's $15 a month. But you get lots of books. I've got so many books, and I forget to turn them on. But I'm reading but I do like to have a regular book to lie down with and to fall asleep with, on purpose. I want to fall asleep. I want to take a nap. So. Oh, that's upside down. Is this whole thing upside down? Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. That's okay. It can be upside down, right? Oh, no. Well, it's not upside down. Okay. That would be so me, right? To put this whole thing together upside down.
Oh, that would not be good.
No, it's not. Look, the pockets are there.
Oh, no.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
Oh, it's fine. Okay.
It's okay.
That's good.
Yeah, it's all the right, except that's upside down. Oh, shoot. Oh, that's upside down. Oh, Lordy. That's upside down. Oh, God. Oh, this is so me, isn't it?
Oh,
that's
dear.
Upside down. Yeah. Well, I'll take it apart.
Oh, dear. I'm not going to do anything except stamp them out because I'm going to send them to somebody, but I would probably use my Prismacolor pencils on the mushrooms. But I'm going to send this sheet to somebody to do what as she will, because this stays on ink. so she can do whatever she wants with them.
Okay, I think it's just the one signature.
Is it the very first signature though, or
I think it is. Could I be that lucky?
Angie says she's in this club? She says called Take a Nap.
Take a nap. Yes,
The Take a Nap Club.
I like that club. I want to be a member. Where do I sign up? Yeah, just.
Oh, she says, next month we are reading Call Your Daughter Home by Deb Spira.
Okay.
Is the book for next month.
I guess the hot book that they've just turned into a movie is Where the Crawfish Sing or something like that. That was on the New York Times bestsellers list. Did you guys read that? They just made it into a movie. I think it's something with crawfish in the title. She would know.
Yeah. I'm sure Dawn would. Dawn's a...
Yeah. Because I have that in my... MBA wants to join the nap club. I don't blame you. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It seems like a very sensible endeavor.
It sounds like the perfect club.
Yes. All right. It looks like just this one is upside down. So that's good.
Was it the last one you put in or the first one you put in?
It's the first one I put in. But it doesn't matter because it's the last, you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
So that's good. So I just have to take this one out and flip it over. And then it'll all be right. So I feel very fortunate because it could be a whole lot worse. With my luck, I could have had, every other one upside down.
Yeah, that would have stunk.
Yeah. Yes. All right. I'm not too mad at myself. Just a little. But again, it's just so me. Hi, Andrea.
Oh, hi, Andrea.
And Joyce, I'm sorry, I missed you guys. And sorry, I'm here lamenting
her woes of sewing in upside down.
Yeah. I wasn't kidding when I said the struggle is real. I didn't realize I would cause myself so much struggle. Well, I worked for a carpenter. In one of my many, many jobs, I was an assistant. And he always told me, the sign of a good carpenter is one that can cover up his mistakes.
Oh, before we have to go, I wanted to show this pot again my sister made.
Okay, yeah.
Because I just noticed you can see where the flames kissed, and it looks like she had some weeds or something in there, because doesn't that look like leaves?
Yes, it does.
But she said she coated this with a white glaze, and then this is where the flames kissed the pot.
I love it.
All the black.
What's nice about it? It just looks so beat up. It looks like something from a Star Wars set. Do you know what I mean? That gray metal, it looks like it may have been part of something from one of the space. I mean, it looks so awesome. It's got so much texture to it and depth.
I love how she pushed in with those press molds that she has. They're like a little stump, and then they've got the design on the end, and you just push it into play.
Yeah.
I should fuss at her though. She didn't sign her pot.
Uh-oh. Or that could be, it looks like maybe a jug that Jabba the Hutt had.
Yeah. And I don't know if the inside is glazed. I don't think it is. And
are you going to do anything with it? Are you just going to leave it?
I'm just leaving it because
Yeah.
it's beautiful the way it is. So
Yep, that's what I was thinking. No, it's gorgeous. It's so unique.
I picked it up to show you all in that video, and I said, I really like this one. And then when we had signed off, and she said, do you really like it? And I said, yes. And she says, well, you can take it home. And I was like, no. She said, yes.
No, it is so beautiful. It is cool.
So I need to make her something. Maybe I'll make her a new tote for her new school year.
Oh, yeah. You got to get her to sign
a
it.
Bunch of stuff.
You got to get her to sign it.
Yeah. And Janet put a link into my sister's pottery.
Yeah.
She does most of her business now through her Facebook page. It's just easier.
But it was fun.
Yeah. The only problem with that, Deb, is it's a real narrow opening. I would have to find a very skinny vase to fit down, and then in something that's tall too. It would have to be pretty deep.
Like roses could go in there.
Yeah, the problem is it's not glazed inside, so it won't hold.
Oh,
water.
so that means you couldn't put water in it?
No, it'll just leak out.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, that's right. The glaze seals it. Now I understand it. I get it now. A little slow.
And I'm supposed to go play in clay with her sometime this summer. I need to set that up and find out when I can go over.
Yeah, you want to take advantage of that for sure.
Yeah, I probably won't play with her wheel, but I'd love to do some hand building.
Well,
with coiling and that kind of stuff. But occasionally on Robin's Facebook page, she'll do, like, if she's been ill for about a year.
Right.
So she hasn't been able to produce as much pottery as she normally does. Yeah. And she needs to be careful for a little bit longer before she starts trying to throw too much weight. Because, I mean, you have to really be physically able to make that. Like if you slap down 10, 15 pounds of clay on that wheel, you've got to be able to push down and maneuver it with your full body. And right now she just not supposed to be doing that. So that's why she's been throwing beakers and putting handles on.
Oh, okay.
Because they're small,
Right. But that was fun.
I do have some things I'd like to make with her.
Well, you guys, you guys definitely look like sisters.
Yeah. Except for when you see Rhonda with us, because she is so much taller than us and she's skinnier than us. But Robin and I do look just like sisters. But Rhonda's our baby sister, but she's 40. So whatever. And but we've been having a really good time, the three of us reconnecting with one another and having lunch together. Yeah. Oh, and I'm going to quickly share the funny story about our lunch together. So Robin had picked this place called Fire and Spice.
Okay.
So she and I get there. Rhonda's not there yet. And we pull up and the place is closed due to mechanical problems.
Huh.
So then Rhonda pulls up and we said, well, it's closed. So we said, let's try this Chinese restaurant.
Okay.
So we get to the Chinese restaurant and they're closed on Tuesdays. Rhonda pulled up and I wish y'all could have heard my youngest sister. She was just belly laughing. She's like, this is destiny. We're not to eat today.
Right.
So then they said, let's go to Zoe's. 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 I guess it's like a vegetarian type restaurant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we get there and there's a B rating on the door, and my sisters won't eat at a restaurant with a B score on the door, only an A. So we turned around. That means they have bugs or something.
Oh, gross.
So finally we looked across the street and we said, well, there's Moe's. So we went to Welcome to Moe's and had burritos.
Yeah, isn't Moe's is a franchise. It's a chain, right?
Yeah.
Mexican?
Yeah, it is.
But it's healthy Mexican, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it is. And I didn't get the burrito. I got the bowl because I didn't want the tortilla, because the tortilla has more carbs in it than a slice of bread.
Oh, wow.
Like a lot more carbs in it than a slice of bread. And then I turned to Robin and I said, you know what? this whole thing of getting lunch feels like one of your old shortcuts. She'd say, I have a shortcut. And it would be an hour later. And I said, where's the shortcut? Because we've been driving around for an hour.
That's funny.
So anyway, we finally got to eat lunch. We had a
Finally got
really
to eat
long,
lunch.
good conversation. So anyhow.
After
All right,
several
well-
attempts. That's funny. That a restaurant would actually they have that rating on their door. Do they have to put that rating on their door?
Oh yeah, in South Carolina, it's a must. You have to look for. They have a big A, a B, or a C. It's a health department score.
Oh wow,
DHEC, Department of Health and Environmental Control.
that's brutal.
Yep.
So who's going to walk into a B restaurant?
Not very many people, unless they really are hankering for that particular restaurant's food or something. I don't know.
And then how do you go from it must be a way, I guess, hopefully to go from a B to an A, but Jesus, that's
well, they
brutal.
have a re-inspection after a certain number of days or so. Like if you've got a bug problem, you have to get somebody coming in to clean it. Or some restaurants, the inspector will walk in and they'll have like tubs of meat sitting on the floor.
Yeah, that's not cool.
That's disgusting. And so that's why we have that grading system, so we don't all
get food poisoning. Yeah.
Yeah, or like if the inspector walked into a buffet and they measure the temperature in the buffet food, and if it's below safety, they'll get shut down.
Right. Yeah.
And that kind of thing. Well, Ann, I need to go fix us some breakfast. It's 11:01. It's
11:01. We've gone over. Thank you, everybody who came today. It was awesome spending the morning with you. I apologize for not reading chat, but Becky was here. And next week, this will be together. I'm going to finish it now. And I'll see you around the internet. Thank you so much, Becky.
Go hang out with Deb at 4 p.m. Central.
Right, 4 p.m. Central. Yes, and then there's somebody else coming on. But yes, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.